Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the attendees, depending on wherever you are joining us from in the part of the world. You're all welcome to the second practical session on Diary of Hackers. We had our session last week, Thursday, and we are privileged to have an offensive security professional ready to take us uh, on this session. So, can everybody hear me? Just comment on the chat box so that I'll know I'm not speaking to myself. Okay, can you hear me, everybody? Okay, okay. Thank you, Mr. Sam. Okay, so last week we talked about the first thing first, which is getting your arsenal ready. So, which Hakai Nesoluwatobi Ayodele run us through. Uh, a cyber talent ambassador and the president of National Association of Cybersecurity Science Students, Efitimina chapter. So this evening, as we wait for our other colleagues to join us, I'll be going through the link, one of the link that the professional, the experts sent to us. So I'll be sharing my screen. It's called Over the Wire. So over the wire, okay. Yes, over the wire.org. So we're going to the bandwidth session. All right, so these are for beginners. They used to test their their skills. Now we are beginning with the level 0. Okay, now the goal of this level is for you to log in to the game using SSH. The host to which you need to connect is blah 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 on port 2220. The username is bandit0 and the password is bandit0. Once logged in, go to level 1 page to find out how to beat the level 1. Okay, so our goal here is to log in using SSH. What is SSH? All those things will be explained later by our expert. So just to keep us busy before he comes around and before the other people also join us. All right. Now opening your Kali terminal. Okay. All right. Just a minute. All right. Just a minute. All right. Well, we're good to go. Well, we're good to go. Yeah. So the username is visit using your SSH command. Yeah. Bandit Zero. This is the name of the site you are connecting to. Visit using your sorry SSH command. Yeah. All right. You are connecting over to this username using this web address and port 2220. Now, this can be a website from another place or a server from another place, and you're accessing this port 2220 using an SSH command. Now, once you type enter, now this is a game, so you'll be asked for the password. I think the password is on the platform, which is Bandit Zero. Bandit Zero now will give you that, okay, fine, you have gotten access to the system. This system can be in Germany, it can be in Spain, it can be in wherever. Now, you'll be asked to, the first thing you're already into the system, you can check using command ls minus la to check for whatever is, inside. Please, can you hear me? Okay. ls minus la, thank you very much, to check for the files and directory that are inside the server. So once that is checked, we have this dot here over here. We have double dot, which means you can go back. These are hidden files, hidden files, hidden files, and we have one file here that is called readme. Now this readme, you can be able to read it or read the content of the readme by saying cat file, cat read me. Now, once you read the content of that file, cat read me, you can use different command as well. You can use nano, you can use gedit and others. So please, you can just go over the link that was sent to you so that you understand. So now I'm copying this. This is the password for the next game. So the game is up to 30, is up to 30 level. Now I've copied the password for this game and I've exited from this. I just exited from this machine. Now you add one to go to the next level. You add SSH bandit one over the same port. Okay, network. It will ask. Now the password is the password you've gotten from this bandit zero, that is the level zero here. So we can easily right click and paste and then press your enter. You've gotten access to the second machine. Now if you say ls minus la, which will give you the content of that, okay, you can say who am I. This command is to check the current user of this system, which is bandit one. You are in bandit one. Or you can say pwd, present working directory, which is yeah, will tell you the working directory that you are currently, which is home of bandit one. Now you can say ls minus la to list the files and directory we have under the working directory. So now we can see we have this hyphen that is here. We have all these hidden files. Now, if you go over to the website, you see a hint that say now let's see if we can cut hyphen and see cut hyphen. Now it will not show anything. That's because the file configuration of this, the hyphen means something else. Now, but how can we be able to open this? Once you check to the website for the hint, you see what we call, they say we can use cat dot slash and then the hyphen, I think. So with this, we can read the content of this hyphen. With this, we can read the content of the hyphen. So this is the password for the next level. So with this, now we can now exit this machine and we connect over to the next one. Why are we connecting to the next one? Let me show you. All right, this is it. We are done with level 1. We are done with level 2. See, they gave you the command you might use to, this is the command we use. We use ls, we use cat, although we haven't used find and the others. So we have level 2 to 3 now. Next level is stored in a file called directory. Now we take note of this in order for us to go to the next level. Okay. Allow. Okay, now this is it. We are going to level what now? We are going to level 2. Mind you, we have gotten the password for the level 1. Yeah, for the level 2 already here. Now they ask you for the password over the SSH that you are connecting to. You have pasted the password, press your enter button, and you have gotten access to the machine. Now you can say ls minus la, which is listing your directory. Although you can ls alone, then you see just the what is it called, the file in that directory. But your ls minus la will give you additional information and more information about that directory. You see this. Now to see, we still have more commands that the ls might will do. We have ls. If you want to check for your help, minus help. Now see, we have different commands you can run with. ls minus a will give you all. ns minus capital A will give you additional information. This we have a lot of them. You can just go through it. So now we say ls minus, or let's see what it will give us. This is the same thing with ls minus la. ls minus a will give us a different thing entirely. So now we say ls minus la. Now they told us that the password is with we can find the password in this particular file here, these spaces in this file name. That's where the password of the next level, that's where it is stored. All right. Please, can you hear me? Just indicate, please. Okay. All right, fine. I can now proceed. Thank you. Root fish. I need to OSINT you very well. So I'm still yet to get who this root fish is. I'm very sure. Well, let me not go away so that we'll know. I'll not bust your bubbles. All right. So we can say we have ls minus la here, and we've gotten spaces in this file name. So what's this what's contained here? I told us that we can use cat spaces. If we continue like this, we'll definitely get an error because that's not how we treat file names in Kali. So you say space cat, then you can say space and you press your tab button to autocomplete. Since that is the only thing that has the file, and press your enter, you get the code to the next level. Let's assume we don't have the code to this next level and see what will happen. Now let me exit and connect to bandit 3 without the password and see. Bandit 3. I've pressed my enter. Now they'll ask me for my password. I'm typing bandit 0 as the password. It will flag me that this password is wrong. So how are we going to break through this machine now? Is by the stored password that we have already gotten in the bandit 2. Now we paste the password and we press our enter. Now we have our bandit 3 machine open. So we can go on and on and on. ls minus la. Yeah, if you check the let's check what they ask us to do here. Yeah, level 2 to 3. Yes, okay. I think we are okay. Yeah, they say the password for the next level is stored in a hidden file in the in here directory. Now we have to go through the directory. Allow. All right, the directory now we've already gotten. Look at it. This is the directory. The directory is, we can change to this directory by, we can say cd, which is change directory to in here. Now you are in the directory of in here. So you can now list ls minus la. Now we've gotten just one file now in here, which is dot hidden. So this dot hidden, we can check the content of this dot hidden by saying cat dot hidden. Press your enter. We've gotten it. So now we move to the next thing. We say exit this this one. So we connect to bandit 4. Now as we go ahead, we'll be having more and more harder challenges. I've connected here ls minus la. Okay, cd in here, ls minus la. Now you see the stuff. Now we've gotten files that are up to 9, and the file is in the password for the next level is one of these file. We can't just say cat minus file 00 to check for the content of this, because it's saying it's an invalid option. So as I've said, I think in level 2 or 3, we did something like dot slash, then the name, anything that is starting with hyphen. Now we can say dot slash hyphen, then file we start checking the files one after the other. There's nothing in there. We go to 01. There's something there actually, but it's not reasonable. We go to 02, blah. We go to 03, blah. We go to 04, blah. We go to 05, nothing. 06, nothing. 07. Yeah, we got something reasonable, but let's keep checking. 08, nothing reasonable, 09, nothing reasonable. So the file ends at file 09. So where we got the password for the next level is in file 07. Now this is it. We can copy this. Can copy this now. We exit this machine and connect the SSH to the next machine, bandit 5. So now this is where we are going to stop for now, but let's see what we have here. Minus LA, CD in here, ls minus LA, holy shit. So we have up to 19 folders that we have to be checking one after the other. So now this is where a bit of programming comes in. So once you have a knowledge of programming a bit, you can develop a script that can automate opening of this CD maybe here 00. You check, you say minus LA, you see different files. That is how you'll be checking one after the other. So but with a bit of scripting, you can easily do this. So this is where I'm gonna stop for now, and we invite our hacker of the day that will take us through our main practical session. I think we are almost 8:30. It's already 8:30. So um let's just hold just some seconds. Okay. Okay, we're still waiting for him to come in. Let's enjoy this short play before he comes in.
These guys are good.
Let's get to work.
A hot little startup with a great idea. Their target, a Propass. Offices in 12 countries, 5,000 staff. You'd think they'd be secure, wouldn't you?
Make some noise. Pause.
A smokescreen, a decoy breach to hide what they're really after. A secret hidden in the depths of the system.
Still here?
The computer's crashed.
Join the club. See you Monday.
It's okay for some.
Right now, the chances are someone, somewhere, is attacking you. And you don't even know it.
Okay, chaps. We're in.
I bet you're wondering how they got this far.
Give us a smile. Lovely. She's in.
highly sensitive encryption codes from a keystroke reader hidden under a desk for 6 months.
You got it?
Easy.
These guys, they know it all. Except, a few weeks earlier, a Probas were hit by a smaller breach. It made them stop and think how vulnerable they were. So they brought in the experts. They carried out security awareness training and brought in their own ethical hackers to tear up the systems and predict a worst-case scenario. Proactive threat intelligence. They reviewed the whole business and devised a game plan for any breach.
Make some noise.
Kursk.
We're in.
It's a denial of service attack. We're just monitoring the situation.
Very clever. Someone else bangs on the windows while you hide in the cellar.
They're onto us.
I'll try blocking them.
Is it working?
I don't know.
Well, I need to know, Gil. Is it working?
Lena, launch a worm.
These guys are good. They're really good.
They're blocking us.
Try again.
They're blocking us!
Try again!
Straight to me. Gotcha. Good, but not good enough.
You're okay. Traffic's blocked.
You can win, but there's always a next time.
Who's next?
Kobashi Tech.
Criminals just get smarter,
Who have we got for the smoke screen?
Take your pick.
and they're everywhere. A breach will happen, and when it does, will you be ready?
Okay, guys. I think you enjoyed the video. Trust me, we are going you there. We're gonna get there so soon. So we have a hacker in the house that will take us through. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir. Hello, sir. You have the floor, sir. Hello, sir. Let's just exercise a bit of patient with him. Okay, guys, you'll still be soon be in while he checked that. Okay, so I think cybersecurity.
Can you hear me now?
Sir, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, sorry for the delay and for the inconveniences. I think my headphone was having problem. So I hope everybody can hear me now. Please, if you can hear me, please indicate.
Very, very clear, sir.
Okay, I'm Aniebonam Daniel, an security specialist and a penetration tester. So we'll be taking you guys today on this um, penetration testing career path. So it's going to be a fun section, I promise you. So just sit back, grab your paper and pen, and enjoy the section. So I understand that 70% of people or of the audience are actually newbies. So I would not be using any strong term, but I'll be using a normal layman terms so that everybody will be able to understand what we are talking about. So I will start by saying that I'm not going to talk about information security in general. I'm going to be talking about penetration testing and the parts in penetration testing. So let's start. So first of all, what is penetration testing? You know, most people, I was in the WhatsApp group the other time, and most people don't even know the meaning of penetration testing or what they really want. But they know that they want to go into information security or cyber security. You know, in cyber security, we have different departments, and penetration testing are the ones they, or penetration testers are the one they call the red teamers. They are very offensive in their ways, and unlike the blue team, the work of the blue team is to defend, while the penetration testers try to penetrate their network. So, what is penetration testing? Now, penetration testing is an authorized simulated cyber attack, you know, to test a system, a computer system or a network. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, sir.
Okay. I said a penetration testing is an authorized simulated attack on a system or a network, you know, in order to test the network vulnerabilities, you know, in order to see if you can break into the network. So that takes us to the next slide, which is why pen testing. You know, let's say if you build a house and after building your house you install some security gadgets, your door, your CCTV, your dog, your security personnel. if you have not been tested, you wouldn't actually know how good your security team is. When you will know if your security team is good or not is when you actually get attacks from hand robbers. So that's the same thing when it comes to penetration testing. If you don't engage, if you have a company, whether big or small, if you don't engage in penetration testing, you wouldn't know how strong your security structure is. All those softwares and defenses you put in place, you wouldn't know how strong they are. So the other day in the WhatsApp group, someone brought up about a school, I think a private school that was hacked, by one Ali from Iran or something. I can't really remember again. So in the school, if let's say if a penetration tester have met them earlier and asked them or proposed to them to do a penetration tester for them, they might feel like it's not relevant. And you wouldn't know how relevant it will be until you are attacked. So that is why we do penetration testing. We do penetration testing to know how hard it is to break into a system. So that is why we do penetration testing. So this takes me to my next slide, which is in penetration testing. We have just like we have different departments in information security, we also have different departments in penetration testing, in red teaming. So um, we have the external, that's the black box. We have the internal. We have the web application test. We have the wireless security test. We have the social engineering test. We have the physical penetration testing. We have the remote test. Now, all these things are different departments, and you can choose to specialize in one, or you can be a generalist. A generalist is someone who is not necessarily you know everything like 100%, but at least you have an idea of all these listed departments. Or you could be a specialist. We have some today who are strictly web application penetration testers. We have some who focus on mobile penetration testing. We have some who their own is social engineering. So before you go into this, you have to find out what you have passion for. Do you want to be a generalist, or do you want to have a particular department you focus on? Either ways, they are all good. So let's take our next slide. So what are the basic skills you need? Like I said, I understand that 70% of the viewers of the audience today are newbies who wants to go into information security, and they are yet to discover the, the department they want to belong in. So I believe after this course, you'll be able to understand some stuff and do some research on your own. So what skills do you need? I think the basic skills you need if you want to be a penetration tester. What do you want? Where would you start from, or where do you want to start from? At least you will know about. You need to have experience on basic Linux, Black Box, Parrot. They also have other OSs that you can use, but I think the most popular is Kali Linux, followed by Parrot. So Kali Linux is owned by Offensive Security, offset, and yeah, it's being owned and maintained by Offensive Security, and it has all the tools you need. Parrot has all the tools. Black Box has all the tools too. But Kali is more stable than the rest of them. You understand? So next, we need to have experience on Windows. If you are going to be testing Windows, if you're going to be testing a Windows server, you need to have experience. You need to know what you are expecting. So you need to another thing we need to look at is the network layers. You need to understand network layers. You need to understand what you are attacking, the port you are attacking, the services, what network layers um, are they under. So you need to understand all these stuff. In case if you don't know anything about these things I've mentioned so far, you just have to do research on them. You don't have to feel discouraged. You can also reach out to anybody you know that will be able to help you. In case if your research is not going well, maybe the person will be able to pull you through. And I promise you, it's not going to be easy. If you actually want to be a retina, it's not going to be easy. You really need to have that passion, and you need to have that zeal, and you need to be relentless. Like that, never give up. If it's offensive security, they'll tell you never give up. Try harder, never give up. So when most times you see some you'll be looking at something, but you don't know that that thing is vulnerable. Maybe you'll be looking at a service, you don't know that the service is vulnerable because you are mentally exhausted or something. So that is why you need to understand how these network layers work, and be relentless when you are attacking a machine. So the next one is basic programming language familiarity. Example: Bash, Python, C, Perl, all those programming language. You don't need to know all of them. You just need to know one. If you know one and you're very good in one, that's fine. In the case you don't know any, you don't need to feel you don't need to feel left out. You can actually be a penetration tester without knowing much about programming. But the reason why it is good for you to know about programming is for you to be able to develop your own tools in future. To be able to automate some task, maybe something you come on doing every time, just like as Moses was going through the section before we started this one. He was logging in. You can automate all those stuff, and you can build your own tools. So, but in case you don't know how to code, in case you can still learn how to do penetration testing. And but the thing there is you have to depend on other people's too. It's not like it's a bad thing. As time goes on, you adapt. So what are the tools you need to be familiar with? Metasploit. I don't know if you have not heard of Metasploit. Maybe after this section you can go and browse about Metasploit. Metasploit has so many modules. It has like some of these vulnerable applications, web app, and services are there already. It makes it easy for you to attack a machine. Then we have Bob suits. Bob suits are mainly for web app penetration testers. They use it to manipulate the website, test it, and the rest of them. Then Wireshark is for listening to network. Knowing what is happening on your network. Like all these forensic experts, most of the tools they use Wireshark for it. And sometimes when you get into a box, you don't know what is happening. You need to listen to the services and know what the services are doing, know what they are communicating to. Then Nikto is a script, or it's a software that you use to test a web application or a website, or web server, rather web server. Let me use web server. Then Netcat, or NCAT is one of the most important tools needed in penetration testing. When you want to hack into a system, you need your Netcat, to as a listener. Netcat is what we is how am I going to put it in a layman time? It's what we it's like when you're tapping someone's network, in the other end, how will you be receiving it? A Netcat is what will give you access to that person's system. All you need to do is just to connect your system IP, use it as a reverse shell on the system you're attacking, and set up the port which you binded with the IP. Your Netcat will get back. Don't worry, after this section, I'm going into practicals where I will explain it better. So, but I urge you to please try and research on all these tools. I your WhatsApp in your WhatsApp group, I see the newbies asking, how do you install Kali Linux? How do you do this? How do you do that? And as a newbie, what you need to do is Google should be your number one best friend. In fact, as a penetration tester, Google is your number one best friend. Before you ask a question, make sure you have researched about it, because most of the questions you're asking, those people you are asking are doing research on your behalf. And when they are doing research on your behalf, you're not learning anything much. So please and please just try and learn how to use Google. I think one of the speakers, I think Mr. NS, taught you guys on how to do Google hacking. I think you should learn more how to do that. Know how to search for things you want to do. If you get an error and you don't know how to search the error, you don't know what to do, copy the error code and put it in Google. Probably someone might have seen it before and brought it, or maybe Stack Flow. People will discuss about it, and you see your solution there. So please try and research more on your own, so that you learn how to do all this stuff. You wouldn't be dependent on people to do research for you. So what we have here is the methodologies of hacking. As a hacker, you need to have a methodology. You don't just go hacking. The other day in the WhatsApp group, we were discussing about how you could hack and cover your tracks. Is it possible covering your tracks? Yes, it's possible to cover your tracks. And someone mentioned about leaving footprints and others. If you are, what makes you a professional is the ability for you to hack into a system, go out successfully without them being able to trace you back. Even if they bring professional, even if they bring forensic professionals, they will find it difficult. Even if they are going to get a lead on the bot, you make it difficult for them, or make it impossible for them. Now, this methodology, number one thing we need to do as a penetration tester is information gathering. I think Mr. Ernest got, I don't know, I think he spoke on it the other day. I taught you guys from information gathering. Information gathering is very important. If you are good at information gathering, you can actually hack someone. You can actually hack someone without, using your tools or trying to attack the person directly. No. If you are very good, which Mr. Ernest demonstrated the other day, I enjoyed his section, and I've been enjoying the sections that the previous speakers have been lecturing on. It's quite interesting. You don't know it, or one thing about information security is you don't know it, or and even if you know it, the more someone is talking on something or you used to know, it will be refreshing your mind, and you have this joy. And I'm also happy the way Mr. Ernest was teaching you guys the practical aspect, and I understand that you guys enjoyed it. You know. So number one thing you need to do in red teaming or penetration testing is information gathering or recognizance. Recognizance. Then after knowing after gathering the information you need, and it's time to move to attack the system, then you can do scanning. Scanning, when you're scanning a server, you are scanning to know what the server is listening to. You're scanning to know what the server is running on. That is the importance of scanning. You're scanning to know if the server will listen to you. You don't, because some servers, because of their the defense tools they put in place, you won't be able to scan them successfully. But when you are good at scanning, when you learn your scanning, you know how to penetrate them, you know how to manipulate the scanning. So after scanning, the next thing you're going to do is exploitation or getting access. When you scan, okay, let me use the school website that they hacked as an example. The school website that they hacked, the guy that hacked the school website, first of all, did his information gathering to get the school. He did the scanning to know where the school is, to know the softwares or the services that the web server is running. Then after that, after he discovered that, he now know where to attack them from. You can't just if I give you my IP address or maybe I doing a penetration testing for a company, you can't just they give you can't just start hacking them without knowing what their server is running on. Most hackers, professional hackers, what they do is when some companies, um, set out interview, they want to employ, they go there and sit as someone looking for employment. When you ask them question, they will ask you to maybe they will ask you, as an IT expert, you need to disclose to them what they will likely what they are likely to see if they are working for you. So you need to tell them the server you run on, your services and the rest of them. Then after gathering, that is part of information gather. After gathering those information, they will go and attack those particular services that we mentioned. So gaining access is the next step. I will show you guys this all these stuffs in our practical. Then the next thing is maintaining access. That brings me back to the school, to the school university portal that they hacked. The person still owns the site. I don't even know if the person still owns the site up till now, but I know that for a very long time the person owns the site. He maintained this, that is maintaining access. The ability of you going back is just maybe when you tap someone's WhatsApp, sometimes the WhatsApp will kick you out. But if you don't have any connection to that person, so you won't be able to tap it again. So maintaining access is you implant a tool. You implant a tool you can always call on whenever you want to get back into the system. So that is important to know. You need to know how to implant a tool that you can always call on. Maybe when your network. Okay, let's say the guy that hacked the school portal. The owners of the school portal regain back their their school portal. If they don't take the necessary steps, to clean their server, and the guy um, has implant something he can always call it and gain and take over the website again. So that is important. Then the next thing is clearing your path, clearing your tracks, clearing your path or information. In offensive security we call it writing reports, because we are doing it legally. But the bad guys, what they do is they clear their tracks, they clear the paths that they take, so that you won't be able to find them if you want to trace them. But for penetration testers, we replace the clearing track side with writing of reports. You need to after if a company contracts you to do a penetration testing for them, you need to give them reports on what you have done so far. After you must have you know hacked them. If it is successful or if it is not successful, you need to let them know. Then if it is successful, you need to give them the steps you took. And you need to write it in a way that a layman can be able to, not like let's say someone who is not into cybersecurity information, someone who knows how to system can be able to replicate the same stuff. So it is very, very important to know how to write reports. You can actually, be a very good hacker, be a very good penetration tester. But if you don't know how to write a report, you wouldn't get it right. Everything you are doing will probably be, um, imagine hacking someone and you can't explain how you hack the person, but all you just know that is you hack the person. So, information clearing tracks or writing of reports is very, very important. So that brings me to my next slide. This slide is very, very important because it's going to aid you in your journey. It's going to aid you in your journey. Mr. Ernest the other day was telling you people about CTF, that's catch the flag. They have different platforms. They have Hack the Boss, Try Hack Me, Von Hub. So they have a lot of them, and you can always choose one, to join. Then Discord server is very very important. All these CTFs sites, they have Discord server. You can easily communicate with a professional in Discord server if you are in one that they don't discriminate. So I started Hack the Boss sometime early last year, and because I was looking for a group to join. In Hack the Boss, they don't you feel if you're new being Hack the Boss, you feel left out if you are reading the blog. Their forum. They talk in professional ways because most people are going to media very very are like experts, and if you're not in on their level, you just be confused. So after I did one or two boss in Hack the Boss, I wanted a group, where I can communicate with fellow hackers, where you can hack, machines together, where you can enjoy hacking machines together. So I was able to open a Discord server. I found a Discord server, um, which is called Cyber Badgers. And funny enough, okay, we are like about 800 or 800 plus now. And funny enough, I'm the only African in the server, and they always, during the early days, they always make fun of me, in a very playful way about the African prince, because that is what they know most of Nigerians or Africans as, about the African prince, and we laugh over it. And I met people, I met important people, I met professionals, like I met people who has turned family to me from there. So whenever I have problem, I can easily, talk to them, and most of them are even most of them are even listening. They are even here listening to me, to tell you how supportive they are. So like, and funny enough, I don't think any of us have seen each other because we are in different countries. They have the Europeans, we have the Americans, we have the Asians. So, but we are like a family. And our Discord server, when people come there, when newbies come, because our focus is on helping newbies, get into the cyber security field, into the production testing field. So when they come, they feel relaxed. They even testify, when they get better, they testify that this cause. So that is the type of thing you should be looking out for. You should be looking out for Discord servers where you can join, no discrimination, no racism, or no matter your level. So someone is always there to listen to you. That is the type of Discord servers you should be looking out for. Then partake in CTF. One thing about CTF is it helps you, it helps you get more skills, and it helps you nurture the one you have, and also add more to it. So it's very very important you join. Maybe after this section, I'll still forward to Moses the names of the ones you can join. But I think there is this recent one. Try Hack Me. Try Hack Me can train you from scratch. If you don't even know how to use calculators, Try Hack Me with the train from scratch. And they have this game that they call King of the Hill. That game is, when you come online, you don't know anybody, when you enter their server, you want to partake in the game, you show interest, they'll pair you with 10 or with 9 other people, making it 10. They will give you people a server to exploit in 1 hour. And when you exploit that server, you cover let's say if you get into the server using maybe through SSH, you have to mitigate that SSH. You have to patch it so that the next person cannot come in. The next person have to start looking for a way to come in. So you see, it's kind of fun, and it will help you, to think faster. Another thing is thinking, thinking as a hacker. Those are part of the methodology. Thinking as a hacker, all this cast the flags sites will help you with those. So practicals. Another one is do more practicals on your own. Download VM, go to VM download, go to all this. If you don't know where to start, that is why it's good to always join Discord server. If you or have a mentor, have someone you can always ask questions. If you don't know where to start from, those people can always put you on the right track. So do more practice, and again, use Google often. Don't ask questions except you don't know what to do. Again, that is the way we are being trained. Don't ask questions except you don't have any other option than to ask the questions, or you are running mad. Like you're running mad. You understand what I mean? Like you are tired. You don't know the route to follow again. You don't know the route to follow again. So it's always important you do research on your own. When you're doing research, you check Google, um, then you check GitHub. So yeah, that's all. You check blogs. There is nothing you are looking for. You're likely you have like 80% chance to check on Google or any other search engine. So that is that. So that brings me to the end of this slide because I said I was not going to talk much, and I just want to introduce you guys to what red teaming is all about. That's penetration testing or offensive security. That is what is like. This is the snippet of what it's all about, and I urge you guys to on your own, make researches on your own. So the next thing we're going to do is the things I mentioned so far. We're going to see it in practical. We are going to. I downloaded a VMware. I downloaded a VMware box from Von der Hub. It's a beginner's boss, so the boss is not rigorous. It won't stress you. It's just although it's not that straightforward, but at least. And the reason why I picked this particular boss is because of the reason why I picked this particular boss is because of the school website that was hacked. Most of you were asking, how did it happen? What happened? This and that. So I decided to look for a web app, a machine that has a vulnerability in web app, to use as a practical. So you guys who don't know what happened will be able to, have this idea of okay, this is how it happened. So Moses, I don't know if it's not. I think you should take a little, like maybe 1 to 3
Yeah, we
minutes.
can go ahead with a bit of the practical, sir.
I was thinking about if they have questions or should it be after the practicals. Hello, Moses. Should the question section be after the practical?
Practical, sir.
Hello, what did you say?
After the practical.
Okay. So I will be sharing my screen with you guys. Everything I'm doing, I will urge you to please get maybe a pen or something you can jot with. Um, so maybe something you can jot with so that you take the steps because I'm going to show you guys the methodology of engaging a server, and how you think, how you reason. This is very important. How you think is very, very important. Your tools, Mr. NS said something the other day, like they can give you tools, they can give you gun, but you don't know how to shoot it. You don't even know what you can shoot and miss your target. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys how to, know, how where to place your focus. So Moses, let me share my screen and please you guys should indicate if you are seeing my screen. If you can see my screen, please indicate. Are you guys seeing my screen? Please, I need to know if you guys are seeing my screen. Okay, I'm moving into the practical. And in the practical section, maybe I'll be coming back to check your comments. And please, anything you don't understand, please try and jot it down try and jot it down. After the section, you can ask. Even if you don't ask here, maybe in the WhatsApp or anywhere, you can ask. But please try and jot it down. So actually, this is the bus I downloaded, but I'm going to take it off and start from scratch. So for those of you who have just installed your Kali Linux, or who has just installed your Kali Linux on your VMware or VirtualBox, after I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link of where you can download the the boss, the vulnerable boss I'm going to use for this project. I'll drop the link later. So when you, after downloading the boss, the next step you take is to open. The next step you should take is to open the box. You try and add it to your VM, either your VirtualBox or your virtual machine. So the name of this boss is Kiosk Trips. Kiosk Trips. As you can see, it has different levels. It has level 1, level 2, it has level 3, it has level 4, and it has 2014. So these are different levels. The reason why I did not pick this level 1 is because I want you people to understand what exactly happened on that school website. So let's go on. So this is level 2. This is the VM. So I'm going to add it. I'm going to open it. When you add it, it will ask you moved or copied. So you should choose copied. I've done that before. That's why it's not asking me again. So it's VM is booting. So let me take a look at what you guys are saying. So as our VM is booting, hope you guys are enjoying the section so far. Please, if you are enjoying the section so far, please just indicate. Let me be sure that you guys are following. Let me not be. Moses, yeah, I can see Moses. Moses said yeah, very well, sir. So others, if you are not enjoying the section, please let me. You can still say no, so that we are in learning section, and so I will know how to adjust my maybe the way I move, the way I talk, and okay. Let's check. Let me check the VM. So the VM is still booting. I think it will be done in a moment. Okay, our VM is done. Please, I need you guys to pay attention to this screen. It's very, very important. Now, when you are doing a penetration testing, you don't just go, even if they give you their network IP and the rest of them, you don't just go attacking it. They have to give you scope and an objective. Moses, please mute your system. So when you are doing a penetration testing or a stimulated attack, they will have to give you a scope, the network range and the objective, what they want you to do, where you should go and where you should not go. So look at this box here. It said, welcome to Kiosk Trips level 2 penetration and assessment environment. The objective of this game, very important, acquire root access to this machine. For those of you who
I think we are not seeing your screen, sir.
Can you guys see my screen? If you can see, please indicate. Okay, were you guys seeing the Kali Linux I was using, the VMware? If you are seeing it, please, I need to know. Please indicate so that I'll move on. Okay, good. Let me continue. Moses, can you see the screen? Okay. Let me move on. So, as I was saying, when you are being given, a job to do as a penetration tester, they will have to give you the scope of the job. And the scope they are giving you depends on the type of penetration testing you are doing. If you are doing a black box, penetration testing, they will give you their IP or their website or the server will be the only thing they will give you. So it's not left for you to go and gather your information and know how you attack the machine. But when you are doing a white box, you know, a white box testing, they will give you certain information, the server, the IP range, the server, the network, everything that you're using. So let me continue with this. So the objective of this boss is to acquire the root access. The root access means like when you are a root to a system, let me use Windows for example. They have admin user and they have guest user and they have other users. Admin user has access to do anything on the system, but the guest user has a limited access. So our objective is to acquire a root access. Then there are many ways this machine can be done. Try and find more than one way to appreciate the exercise. This exercise. Disclaimer: Theoptris is not responsible for any damage or instability caused by running, installing, or using this VMware image. If you are working in maybe in an office, please don't use this machine on the public on any machine that has public IP, because if this machine is installed on your system and your system can be accessed publicly, someone can actually when someone scan your system and see this machine is it's a game over for you. So as you can see, I will try to log in, but I don't think I can to allow me admin. Let me see. Wow, incorrect password, incorrect login listing. So let me fire up my my Linux. Actually, I wanted to I wanted to use my main Linux, but because it has so many scripts and tools installed in it already, I wouldn't want to use that. Let me use this particular one so that you guys will understand how these things are being done from scratch. So this is the parrot, and this screen, this background, this parrot. I want to change this background. Yeah, it's not allowing me for now. Let me not waste our time. So okay, let me use my favorite terminal is Tilix. Tilix is my favorite terminal. The reason why it's my favorite terminal is you can actually, have two, three terminals. I mean, you can actually have a quite number of terminals at once. So you can be doing everything inside one, box. So first of all, we need to the this is if you can see my screen, this Theoptris level 2 is the machine we are attacking. I tried logging in from the login page, I couldn't. And this is the machine we are attacking from. So first thing we need to do is to discover the IP of that particular machine because it's hosted on my system. So I have to discover the IP. So to do that, I have to do net discover. I think the IP should be in 104. Should end in 104 because okay, yeah. Because when it was beaten, I saw it. So this is the IP address. This is VMware. This is the machine we are attacking. The IP address of the machine we are attacking. So we have gotten the IP address. Let me try open Sublime. So another this thing I do is the notepad I use is Sublime. So it's very it organizes your code in a very neat way. So I love it. So the first thing we are going to do is First thing first is the IP of the machine we are attacking. Let me get the IP. This is the IP of the machine we are attacking. So let me copy. You do Control Shift C if you are using the shortcut, but if you're not, just click and copy, paste. So this is the machine we are attacking. Victim. So another thing we need is my IP address. So you can do ifconfig to get your IP address. This is the IP address of my system. Then you can also do hostname -I, capital I, to get the IP address. So I copy it and I'll paste it on my notepad. So I don't think I want to. Okay, let me just save it on the desktop. Let me call it practical. So now we have discovered you can always use clear or reset to to clear your screen. So first thing we are going to do, remember what we said initially. First thing we need to do is information gathering, which I've gathered. If you remember, the first in our methodology of hacking, the first thing is information gathering, which I've gathered the information of the victim. This is the information. This is, let's say, the information we have gathered is the IP of the victim, which we are attacking. So mmap is a script or the software you're using. You use in scanning an IP address, a website, network, server, anything you can call it. So, and it has so many ways, it has so many options. But we will not be going into that now, because if you go into mmap on its own, it's like a course, it's like a full course in school. So if you're going into that now, we will. That is why I said you should try and study about network layers. If you understand network layers, then it will be very easy for you to use mmap. To know about the TCP, the UDP scan. So what we are doing is just a normal SYN scan, a normal UDP TCP scan. So let's see what you have here. So as you can see, in our scanning, we have. Hello Moses, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, so first thing we did is to scan with mmap, and number three, scanning. Okay, so this is what we use to scan. This mmap. This is what we use to scan. So after scanning, we'll take a look at what we have here. The scan report for. As you can see here, we have mmap scan report for this particular server, which is the server we are attacking. This one. Then the time, the seconds or the milliseconds it took for it to develop this result. It didn't show the common port is scanned. It didn't show. I think it didn't show. We have about 1,000 common ports. It didn't show about 994 of them. So these are the ones it showed. So, and in this spot, we are looking at SSH. SSH is what most is used initially to connect. You can use SSH to connect to any server from anywhere. If you have the server users and the password, any of the passwords, authorized users and password, you can use SSH. Then second thing is port 80. You need to know, when you learn about network layers, you'll be able to understand the meaning of the port. Port 80 is just a normal web browser. Every web browser has port 80, and port 80 is what you call HTTP. There are some servers you go to, there are some websites you go to, they don't have that key lock on it. Sometimes Google will be warning you are visiting a dangerous site. It's because it's HTTP. It's normal web server, which is port 80. As you can see, all these things are TCP scan. So the next one we have is RPC bind. I think RPC bind has to do with RGP. something of that nature. So RDP is remote desktop uh, program. So you use it to connect to a system that is somewhere else, but it will bring out the system as if you are using the system or not. You can type RDP on your system. You are using Windows to understand what I'm talking about. Then the next port is port 443. Port 443 is HTTPS. This is a secured port. When you visit a website and the website has a green padlock, when you visit the website and it has a green padlock, it means this padlock you're seeing here, it means that the connection is secured. But when it does not have a green padlock, it will be telling you connection is not secured. If you are doing any transaction on a website that does not have any key padlock, just know that the transaction can leak if the website is not secure. So if you don't see this and verify this padlock, don't do any transaction on the site. So um so the next thing we have is IPP. And the next thing we have, I think I have to be fast so we don't take much of our time. The next thing we have is my SQL. My SQL is just database. I think you must have heard about my SQL. Now, what we did here is just a normal scan, but we don't know. We know all the services, but we don't know. We don't know the versions of the services because this SSH, if they are using old SSH, it could probably be vulnerable. But if they have passed it, it will be another. So what we have to do is to scan for the version, so we know what we are attacking exactly. If you don't get a version of the network you are attacking, you'll be wasting your time. Thinking that maybe because you have seen SSH, it could be vulnerable. You'll be wasting your time because you don't know if it is the latest SSH you are seeing. So in our second scan, if you look closely, you see the version, the service, the version, the state is open, the service is the name, the version. So here you can see open SSH, um, 3.9 P1. That's version. This website is running on Apache web server, the RPC server. This IPP, you can see the version, you can see what is running. My SQL, the version did not come out. So in order not to waste our time, I'll just go straight to the point. Let's look at this port 80. Port 80 is the port I have interest in this night. So maybe later you on your own you can make research and you check on other ports you can enter. So let's fire up our Firefox and start enumerating the site. So what we have to do is I'm entering this IP address. It's just like let's say you're entering a website. So I'm entering the IP address. So when I enter the IP address, as you can see here, the key is connection is not secure. The key is not showing green. But if I do HTTPS, it will see okay, it's showing connection. It's like the certificate is bad or something, but it's supposed to be showing connection. Now, this is where the form begins. What do we have here? We have a login page, a remote system administration login. So this is a remote admin login. Let's say just like the school website, the admin login. This is the admin login of the website or of the server. Now, first thing we have to do is when you are attacking a server, and you see, first thing you check the web port, and you are seeing a login page. First thing you have to do is identify the server, identify the services, identify the web application running on this particular IP or any other IP you are talking. Let's say it could be WordPress, it could be Magento, it could be any other, it could be anything, it could be a site built on on React. When you find it, then you check. First thing you should do is to check for the default password of the web application you are seeing. Some you see admin. Let's try admin. Didn't work. Let's try admin password. It did not work. We could not get in. If you want to guess, I don't even know where we're going to start from. If you want to guess, now another thing for me, another thing after checking for the default password, another thing I check for is what I call SQL injection bypass. SQL injection bypass. Someone on the WhatsApp group said something about that when he was explaining what happened to the website, and the guy did a very nice job in explaining what happened there. So, how do you check these things? You come to Google. That is why Google is very, very important. You come to Google, you say let's say bypass SQL injection. Let's see what Google will give us. I don't know what's happening, but I think this parrot is not stable. I don't know. Let me check here on my normal system. My first SQL injection. So we have some websites here which will show you how to bypass all this SQL injection. So let's look for an option and pick. Okay, this. Okay, let me see. Let's pick this one. Let's pick the best. Oh, it's not testing. I would have said let me explain, but if I start explaining all these things this night, I swear we are going to be here till morning. Okay, my system is not there. Okay. Oh, my system is not monitored. So that is how do you do this thing? Okay. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mount my system so that I can be able to copy things from my system to this down to this place. Shared folder, enable, desktop, enable, and this enable down. Let me add another one. Enable my desktop. Still not showing. Okay, let me just try and see. It says this okay. This this supposed to this. Let me check if I got it. Okay, I think I got it. So let me paste and see if it doesn't work. Okay, this one. Because it's not working. Okay, this kidding. This one is up. Let me pick from here. Let me just see one. Let's go with that. Why I don't know. I'm not comfortable with parrots. It's not stable for me. I don't know. Look at the network is it's even delaying the whole thing. See? The network is. I'm trying to copy this shit. Okay, I think I'm making a mistake. I've seen my mistake. I think it's this. Then this. Okay. Okay. That's it. This. Okay, I think I've gotten it. So you can just later you can just go and check it on your own. The reason why I was able to bypass these things because they have flaw in their login authentication. They have flaw in it. The programmer that built the website, and this could have been the same case with that That's cool. And if this thing is the same case with this school, that means I've bypassed the admin login. I've bypassed the admin login. So next thing we should check what the site is doing. So welcome to basic administrative web console. Ping a machine on this network. Pinging a machine is just trying to know if the machine is reachable, if the network of the machine is reachable. So let's just say, let's ping google.com. This is my Kali machine, and this is my Parrot machine. Okay, it's reachable. I see it's reachable. So now we have pinged Google. Let me not use Google. Let me just use. Now we will, another way of thinking is, if we were able to ping this machine, let's try and append a code to this our pinging and know if it's going to work. You can also check on Google how to append code, or how to append commands to commands. So let me use this, or let me use this to do the appending. And let me use something like ID. Let's see. ID. Okay, the ID worked. As you can see, I got the name of the machine. Now, Moses was teaching you guys how to use ls-la. It's basically just to list the the things in the directory. So let me see if this one is going to work. Let me see if I can be able to list. Okay, we are able to list the stuffs in the directory. So as you can see here, we have the index. The index is the page we are on. The pingit.php is what is powering this particular function here. Now we have gotten this thing. What do we need to do? Now this is time for exploitation. After scanning, we need exploitation, that is gaining access. Now in this our gaining access, first of all, remember what we now have to do here is we have to look for a way to get a reverse shell back to our system. Since we can append this pinging code with a command, let's try and see if we can. But we are going to have problem here because this Google, this Google is, I don't know, this network. Let me get a reverse shell that we are going to use. Reverse shell. I just played this thing, okay. Pentest Monkey is kind of a popular, blog where you get all these script for it. Reverse shell is trying to get connection from this system back to our own attacking machine. Let's work. From this system back to our own attacking machine. So let's see how we can do that. I think in this example, I will show you people how to see this. Let me copy it from here. Bash. I think this is the reverse shell code. Let me check. Let me be sure. Check from it. Reverse shell. Okay. I think it's the same. It's the same thing. The one I copied is the same thing. Now we are going to use this thing I copied, this code I copied. We are going to use it to try and get a reverse shell, like just let me call it a connection from this server to our system. Now how are we going to do this? First of all, let me paste this code here. We are going to replace this IP address here with my local IP address, or rather with your own system local IP address. So where is our system? So this is our local address, local IP. So I have to copy it, go back to our web browser, replace this code with it. Now another port I normally use is port 443. The reason why I use this port 443 for my connections is the server you are trying to connect to, or you're trying to attack, could have a firewall or could have something blocking other ports. But since Port 443 is a basic network which web server use. It's usually open. So let's use this port and see what will happen. Let's append this code with our. Now, what we have to do is another thing we have to do is we have to set our netcat. We have to set our netcat. Where is our so let me copy this whole code here. It's reverse sure. So the next thing we're going to do is um, fire up our netcat. Let me clear this. Remember what I said? I said you can use reset. You can always use reset, or you can always use reset or clear to clear our screen. So we have to fire up on the NCAT. The NCAT, I told you guys something about the NCAT, how to use NCAT for your connection. Now we're going to use options of the NCAT, which is listing, variables, the port. And the port we have is 443. What we are trying to do is we are setting up this port so that when we send this code to get us, this is our IP address. This 443 is the port we are using. So when we send it, let's see what happens when we send it out. Let me keep this stuff here. Let's send it and see. Okay, we got a shell. As you can see, we have a reverse shell. Now let's do who am I to confirm we are in the system. Apache. Okay, we got an Apache user ID if.fake. Okay, let me just do host name -i. Oh, okay, let's name host name -i. Unknown host if fake if fake. So I can see this is the port. This is the port we are attacking. That's this port. This is the port we are attacking. So we are basically inside the machine. If I do ls, you see that this is the index which we are seeing here. This index and this ping is what is controlling this function we're seeing. So then another thing we have to do is we have to upgrade our shell. We have to upgrade our shell so that it will give us the ability to do more stuff with the shell. So let me say spawn Python shell. Do this one. Then okay, expand the shell and then do export. Export. The reason why I'm doing the second one is to have the ability to clear the screen. Now, what do we have here? ID. The objective of this machine is to get the root access. Remember, the objective of the machine is to get the root access. But what the user we have here is the Apache user. So how are we going to get the root access? Now let's say if you try to log in into if you're trying to move into the root folder, we can't do that because we are not in root. We are not root yet. So what you have there is permission denied. So how do you do that? This is what we call privilege escalation. Privilege escalation is just to move move from one level to another, maybe from You just to augment your rank. Let's say maybe you're in an office, and for you to escalate your privilege, you need to move from maybe level 8 to level 9. So now we want to move from this Apache level to this root user level. If we move to this root user level, that means we own the server. We can actually do anything in the server. But with this Apache I have here, I can't do much. I can't do much with this Apache I have here. Okay, Harold and John. We still have other users here. Harold and John. Let's. Okay, I can't move into Harold. Let me move to John. I can't move into John because I'm not the user. I don't have permission. Now let's say another thing I do when I try to first thing I do when when I have access to a machine, first thing I try to do is I try to see the things I can do as the root. So in order to check that, you have to do super user do dash L. It's asking us for password, and I don't remember we did not log in. We don't have the Apache password. We just use the reverse shell to get our shell. So because we don't have the password, you can actually see what the things you can do with with the super user. Now, this brings us to privilege escalation. In privilege escalation, we have types of privilege escalation. One is vertical and one is horizontal. Horizontal is when I'm moving from this Apache to this Herald. That means you are going on a slant level. Because in most machines you are going to meet, for you to get to it, you have to move from one user to another. Because this Herald might have privilege more than John, or John might have privilege. So you have to get either one of them. Now, moving from Apache, which I am, to Herald, and from Herald to John is what we call horizontal. But vertical, you know what vertical means? Vertical means we are moving to the next level, we are moving to an upper level. So vertical means you are moving to an upper level. So that is what I'm going to show you guys. And what I'm going to show you is the easiest way of getting getting root or exploiting an what you call it, outdated system kernel or system OS. So what we have to do is we have to first of all check the system kernel version. So the Linux we have here, I think this is the version of the Linux we have here. So what you have to do is you have to copy this version and check. Let me check. This one I have, but this is allowing me to, let's say, okay. See, immediately I put it inside Google. First thing that came out is exploit, kernel exploits, because this kernel is way outdated. Another way to look for exploits is to use clean this. Sorry. So another way to look for exploit is to use exploit database. Exploit database is owned and maintained by offensive security, and they have a lot of they register every exploit, every exploit that is public, they register it to their database. So such exploits, I don't think such. It's like they don't have. It's like this they don't have exploits. This parrot doesn't have such exploit. Okay, let's just use Google, but just know that in such exploit you can get anything, any exploit that is there publicly. So this is, as you can see, exploit database. This is the database that such exploit use. It's being owned and maintained by offensive security. So let's look at what we have here. So let me open this. So you see different exploits. You can see Unix privilege escalation. I did not put privilege escalation, I just put exploit. But because this particular kernel or OS version is outdated, it's showing, you can see it everywhere in Google, like the exploit. So It can easily be found. So let me use this. Why is this not open? I don't know this thing is giving me this parrot is giving me. And I don't want to use my main account. I don't know what is happening to this. I think let me try something and see. Let's see. Let me try some. Let me see if I can get. So let me change to my TM. Hmm. What is it again? What's the kind of version again? 9542. 9542. 9542. Let me see. Let me check something. Download. Since I know that I have let me see. I don't know. I think something is blocking this. I need to get this. Okay, let me show. Let me copy this and paste it on my desktop. Let's see if I can access my desktop from. Okay, I think it downloaded. Okay, it downloaded this. Let me see. So, okay. So what I did here was I know you guys are confused. This wget what it does is use it to download something to our system. You need to get it easy to get anything from online to your system. The reason why I'm using it to download without showing you what I'm downloading is because this I don't know, as you can see it's not opening here, so I don't know why it's not opening. So that's why I just have to download it direct, but you can try it on your own system. You see that you can download, you can see the exploit. Just like here I can see the exploit, but on the parrot I can't see it. Or you can use search exploit on your Kali, then put the kernel version. It will bring out every available exploit it has on the kernel version. So now I downloaded this thing on my temporal folder on my TMP, which is temporal. It's where then I download this thing now. So it is. It is happening. Okay, it's here on my temporal folder. So let me close this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this exploit from here to this machine. Let me move to the temporal folder. In this temporal folder, you have the ability to download or to put or to edit anything because it's called a temporal folder. So I'm going to now how are we going to transfer this file from here to here? Now I'm going to kick off a web server on my own system inside this TMP folder. So what I will do is python-n-simple http 8000. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to open a web server. If I open this in, I can be able to connect to my API from the web browser. So I'm trying to open it so that I can be able to connect and download this exploit to this the victim's machine. So I've started this what do you call it, my web server. So what's my IP address? This is my system IP address. Let me see. Oh, okay. I think my own is 5. Why is it not showing anything? Let me see. Wget 8,000. Okay, I think I know why it's not showing. I didn't put the port because I opened it on port 8,000. As you can see, everything I have inside that temporal file is showing here. So I'm going to download it down first. Let's download this file. This 9542. 9542. Okay. So the file has been downloaded, and if you want to be sure that your file has been downloaded, if you take a look at on server, you see that it responded to this get request. What you are trying to get this exploit, and it responded to it. So then let's confirm. As you can see, the okay. Let me try this thing again. Remove all. Yeah. So if you look here, you see that you don't have anything in this folder. ls that's okay. Don't have. You just have basically normal temporal files here. So let's get the file again so you guys understand what happened. So this is my web server, my local IP. That is this one. Then this is the port I opened it on. That is port 8,000. You can also use another port. Then this is the exploit I'm trying to get, which is here on my system. So if I hit enter to download the file, so checking on it. So how are we going? We are going. This exploit is a C program. We need to compile it in order to run it. If I try to run it, I don't think I will be able to run it. 9542. Permission denied. I can't run it. So what you have to do is, first of all, you have to use a compiler called GCC 9542 output. Let's call it exploit. So I'm trying to compile this file and output it to this. I'm trying to compile so I can be able to run it here and output it to this name exploit. Let's see how it goes. This is name of this file again. 95. Okay, let's do exploit. Exploit. 95. Okay. GCC 95. Output exploit. I think because of the way we downloaded it, I'm not able to compile it. Okay, let's do it this way. Since we have this, let me restart this machine. Since I have the code on the machine already and I'm not able to download it on this machine, let me just use the one I've downloaded before on it. I don't understand what this. So why this machine is booting? Are we following? Is what I'm doing understandable? No, even without the extension, I can still compile it. It's not must. Yeah. I don't think it's not must. I'll use the extension. I'm not sure. I hope we are understanding what I'm saying so far. I know that it will be confusing for some of you who have not really done it before, but I'm just trying to let have insight of I downloaded it. Maybe this parrot is disturbing me and the internet connection on the parrot is kind of fluctuating or something. So I think that's the reason why the way I downloaded it is giving issues. So and if I was able to read my desktop, I could have. Okay, it's back. So we have to. It's like starting afresh because everything we have done as where is my web browser? So we have to remember we have to open our port which we will receive the connection from. then have to go back to this web browser and kick off the exploit again. Let me try and see if it will. I think it will not. Okay, let me see if it will. But because you didn't log in, I'm not sure it will kick. Okay, it kicked off. That's a nice one. So let me just go straight to the point. No need of. So I have the exploit here. Oh, I think it's still this one. I have GCC 49 no, 9542 dash O. Let me say 95 42 dash O 95. Let's see. Let's, it's not. Let me check this code so that's it. Oh, so let me see something. Apache. Okay, let me try and compile it on this system and see if it will work. Let me try and see if it will work here. Okay. Mm, I'm not sure since it did not work on the main system. I'm not sure if it will work here. 542 dash O. Let's see. Return what status already status. It did not work. Let me see if the internet is back. If the internet is back, then you can download it directly from here. What's the kernel version again? Dash dash O. That's right. Come on, this thing should open. I have tried for all these network issues. Let me fire up. If this thing is disturbed, let me just fire up my mentally since this stuff is going to give us issue. I think it's opening. And I'll use my main card because I don't know the reason why it's want to stress me and our time this night. That is the reason why I don't like okay. Let me first check first so I'm going to try to get another connection here. Okay, OSIS. I'm try to get another connection here. Thank God. Was VP 443. Let me try and connect it here and see the reason why this you see this one has opened and it's not even opening well. What is wrong with you? Uh, okay, let's see if it will. Okay, no, this is not the exploit. It's like I opened another. This one was not the exploit. I think this is the exploit I was aiming for. Okay, it's opening. It's behaving now that I've opened that system. It doesn't want to lose its relevance. So let me just copy everything and see. Let's see how this goes. Nano 9542. So let's wipe everything. Okay, I think I know what to do. Shift X. Let me do. Okay. Okay, so let me delete this thing. Let me wipe everything inside and paste this code. Yes. Hmm. What is wrong with? Okay, guys, let me let me connect it to my other colleague. This pastor is trying to give me it's trying to give me headache. So as you can see, I use this parrot because you see the web server. Because it's this server I'm attacking, I was able to get share because I put my IP address here. This is my IP. This is the IP address of this particular machine. That's why I was able to get the connection back here. So let's try it again. Yeah, yeah. So, um, please, you guys should bear with me. All these unforeseen circumstances, I didn't expect it in any way. So as you can see, this one is running fine. But this other, what do you call it, is misbehaving. The parrots, maybe the parrots, I don't even know. So I've done. Let me download this file. 95.c. Okay, change and load. Okay, 95. Okay, let's see something. Okay, this is the exploit. So I'm going to transfer it to this place. So let's do wget. What's our IP again? 192.168.8.106 Then we're going to get this. Hope you guys are understanding what I'm doing. So I'm going to fire up that Python, that web server inside this folder, so I can be able to copy this code. I can be able to download this code from this machine. Simple HTTP. So by default, it lists things on port 80. So 8000. Sorry. As you can see, we have downloaded it. It responded. So which means we have downloaded it. Oh, let me move to the folder. I made a mistake. I did not move to the temporary folder. It won't allow me to open it on this folder because I don't have right to download it on that folder. So let's try again now and see. Okay, that's open. Let me zoom in so you guys can see what's happening. Now let's try it again. GCC dash 9542.c. Exploit. Exploit is we are trying to convert this. We're trying to compile it to this name exploit. To this name exploit. Wow. So have you seen what I'm talking about? It's worked fine on this system, but for some reason the parrot was delaying us. So what are we going to do now? Now that you have compiled it, this is where the form comes in. Now remember, if I try to cd into the root directory, I can't because I don't have the permission. But I've compiled. What is happening? I've compiled this file to this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it. If you check this in, hello, is that? You see that the file, where is it? Okay, you can run it. You can run it. But normally, after compiling a file, what you should do is you just have to give it the permission to run, which is change mode plus S. I will explain all these ones later because we are running out of time. Then you put the name of the file you want to give permission to run, which is this exploit. I'm giving it permission to run. Now, let's get our root. Exploit. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to run the file I compiled. And when I run the file I compiled, I will get root. As you can see, what I have here is root. Let me come again. I have is it this thing. ID. What I have here is Apache. If I try to move to the root folder, sorry, if I try to move into the root folder, I can't because I don't have the permission. But after running the file which I compiled, which is this exploit, we got the root and we can move into the root folder. LX, let's see what we have here. Okay, these are the files we have in the root folder. Now, let me show you guys what happened on that site. It's, yeah. Huh? It's alright. Yeah. Yeah. LX. Don't open directly. What is happening? Where is this? Bash. LX. LX. Dash everything. Where is this folder? I think I'm supposed to have www folder here. Okay, let's say locate. Where is this file? Where? Come in, let me do something. Let me check where this directory is. Can you still run? Let me check. It's working there. So the working directory is okay. VAR www. Okay. I think I was the one that made the mistake. Have I lost my share? It's like I lost my share. Okay, let's get it. Let's get our share back. Let's get our share back. Where did we keep this stuff? Let's get our share back. I want to show you guys what happened to that university website. How that guy was able to, override their. Let me just open another terminal. Let me just carry on. Shall we? VP. Let's close this. Close. Cancel. I think I can start with VP. Unfortunately. We're not really getting this shot again. I think something went wrong. Let's refresh this page. This is what we use to bypass the login, don't forget. Then we go for our shell. Then we got our shell, change to temp folder. Our exploit is still there. We run our exploit. We got the root shell. We change to let's change HTML. Okay, we are here. So what I'm trying to show you guys is this index.php you are seeing here is the main website, which is this which is everything we are seeing here is this index.php. So if you are able to, or since we have the root shell, I can delete it and let's see what will happen. Or let's say, let me change the name and let's see what will happen. Index. Okay, oh no, 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 no. I think I know what to do. No, no. Index.php. For those of you who did not understand, what happened there, let me see. Oh, this nano is misbehaving. Okay. Because I did not upgrade my show. Let me do something. Let me do something. Clear. Echo. You have been hacked into the index. Let's see. Okay. Cat. Okay. Now let's refresh the website and see if the website is still the same. So what we are seeing here is you have been hacked. So apparently, this is what happened to that school website. For those of you who are confused, so this is the kind of attack that happened. We can actually upload any picture. Let me see if I have picture on my system. Oh, is okay. Let me just. This one is going fast. So the objective of this whole section, the objective of where is it? The objective of this section is to get the root access. Get the root access, which we have done successfully. So I think if this comes to the end of our practical, then if you have any question, one thing I want to advise you is I'll drop the link later. But if you have any question, you can ask me. Then later, please try and download. They have walkthroughs, they have write-ups. You can check, you can just put the name of the machine and put the write-up. You know, you will see in case you're confused, but it's always good that you try to, work things out by yourself. But in a situation by which you couldn't, you can ask questions. Then when you are stuck totally, then you can check the write-ups online. There was a write-up I made on one machine I hacked on Try Hack Me, and I compiled the write-up and I posted it on the WhatsApp link for you guys to see. The reason why I did that was for you guys to know how to write a report and see how to attack machine. The methodology is very, very important. Now, you see what happened to that website. What happened to the website? You see, if I run it here, I will say, okay, let's say 192.168.104. They have been hacked. I see it. They have
Oh,
been
sir,
hacked.
sorry, I turned your screen off. You can enable it.
Oh, okay, okay. But can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay. Now look at what happened. I'm on my system. This is my normal system, and I'm going to log in into that. Let's check that. Let's check that this thing we hacked and see. Let's see 194.104. This is the IP address of the server we hacked. Let's see. It's saying you have been hacked. So I can actually upload anything to upload. That was this why the guy was able to post Ali did this, Ali did that. He uploaded this picture because he got access. The user access he got was enough, had the privilege to change the settings of their website. So what we have done so far is compromising how you can pen test a site. Now if maybe someone contacted me to do this thing, all I have to do is I will make sure I put everything back the way I saw it, clear my path and write report in such a way that if I hand it over to the guy, he will be able to replicate the attack which I carried on. So with this, I think we have come to the end of this particular practical. Maybe some other time we can try something more fun. So if you have I think if you have any question you can just ask. Yes, I can call it a day. Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We
So
can hear you, sir.
if you have any question you can ask.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very, very much, sir. We really appreciate your time, your effort, your knowledge, your resource, and everything. Um, Thank you. We appreciate that. So, if you have any question, please you can drop it on the comment section so that you can quickly trash it out. All right. I think there's no question for now. So, what we do is, if you have any question, you can join our WhatsApp group. This is it. You can join the WhatsApp group uh for more discussions. Yeah, and as well, you can register with us on Join Diary of Hackers 2. Yeah, yeah, to become a member of Diary of Hackers. We will have more discussions about central about cyber security, ethical hacking, offensive security, trend hunting, and the likes. So, thank you very much, guys. I think we are done for now. Sir, do you have any other thing to say to us, sir?
One thing I have to tell you guys is it's not easy. Sometimes you have sleepless nights, but it's fun. Once you get to understand how this stuff works, it's kind of fun. Although some machines or some challenges will stress you. You give up at a time, but you have to have that never give up spirit, that try harder spirit. In order to be successful in this our industry. And as you are doing all these stuffs, you know, people are also watching you. That's why it's good to also network. People are also watching you and see what you are doing. Then, if you fit if your your skills or your abilities fit their team, you might get an invitation, maybe a job offer or something. So you guys should not be discouraged. Should not be discouraged in any way. So if you have any question, I'll be in the WhatsApp group. Although I'm not that type of I don't like testing too much. So but I will try as much as possible, to try and answer your questions. So that is all I have for the night.
All right, thank you very much, sir. We appreciate, sir. So, we'll send the link to your email address. That is for the slide and the presentation will be sent to your email address. The email you used to register. So, our next diary is coming on Saturday, and we have. Let me give you a gist. The speaker will be the Director General of Cybersecurity Challenge Nigeria, SISEC NG, and we have a lot of goodies. So get prepared. The link will be dropped on the WhatsApp group so that you can register on time. Yeah, thank you very much, guys, and have a lovely night rest or good morning. That is, if you are joining us from any other part of the world, or good afternoon as well.